you seen, what's been like the most pivotal thing that you've learned for your leadership in leading Elite Roofing? And also just give our listeners a little context on Elite Roofing, how big your team is, and what you guys are doing in Colorado.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned that because, I'm a big fan of John Maxwell, right? And that's one of the big, foundational things that he teaches. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And over the years, I've really taken that to heart. And another thing that he teaches that I also feel is a great leader is someone that empowers and builds other leaders up, right? He talks about the 5 levels of leadership. And at that pinnacle level, you're empowering others, you're developing other leaders underneath you. And once I kind of really started realizing that concept, things really kind of started falling into place. But I think really what it all starts with is understanding yourself, is looking in the mirror and knowing your strength, knowing your weaknesses, and being, real with yourself in a sense that, you're probably not good at all the things you think you're good at, or you're not cut out to do all the roles and wear all the hats that you think you have to do to get things right. And then what you want to do is just kind of envision, a role for yourself as a leader, and start to take away the things that you're not naturally good at, and to try to develop others into leadership positions to take those things off. I kind of talk about in the book and in my program, like the 5 pillars. And I think, there's 5 key leadership roles in every business or every roofing company that you really got to have in order to build a model that's truly scalable. And it starts with the entrepreneur, right? You got to have the visionary, the entrepreneur. You got to have your bean counter, who's the numbers person. You got to have your implementer, who is a person that can implement and manage people, the general manager, the office manager, or whatever. You got to have a sales expert, right? Somebody who can lead a sales team, a sales leader. And then you obviously got to have where am I at? Drawing a blank on the 5th one, obviously. Oh, obviously the production, right? You got to have an expert leader in your production department, right? You got to have someone that's an expert in the trade that you're building, and in our case, it's roofing. So you got to have your leader on the production side or on the roofing side that can make sure to ensure quality and ensuring you're doing a good job. So the idea was, hey, how do we, fill those roles? How do we build those leaders up within our organization and empower them to then, to make decisions and lead others? And I think leadership really comes down to, and I'm a big believer in just like I said, leadership through empowerment is, I can either be the person that makes all the decisions for everybody. That's the final straw that everybody has to come to me to make a decision. Or I can be the person that lets others make decisions, even if those decisions are wrong, even if they make mistakes, and then coach them through that. I feel like that mentality really helps build others up. And we've seen a lot of success with that, leadership through empowerment strategy.